Hey guys, welcome to a brand new episode of Harry Potter Wizards Unite. Today we are talking about Portkeys and Portmanteaus. Everything you need to know about them, what are they, how do they work, what rewards you can get from them will be in this video today. If you're interested in seeing content like this around the other things of the games, make sure to hit subscribe. I'll be putting out content on the regular related to the game. Okay, so what are portmanteaus first? Now the meaning of portmanteau is when you put two words together, like pocket monster, Pokemon. Happy lion, happy on. When you put two words together, that is actually what the definitive word of a portmanteau is. But in this game, a portmanteau is the equivalent of an egg in Pokemon Go. So these are like the things that you walk and hatch. There are three variants in this, so we're going to be looking at Wizards Unite World article on it because it's pretty good. It goes through that and explains it in detail. Make sure to check them out if you want to kind of reread through this. It's in the description below. So Portkeys, there are three types of Portkeys. There are prized portmanteaus, which will portmanteau Portkeys, which will be 2k to walk. Precious portmanteau Portkeys, 5k, and paramount portmanteau Portkeys will be 10k. So they're just like eggs in Pokemon Go. You must walk a set amount of kilometers to hatch into the Pokemon. Portmanteaus will require you to walk a certain distance in order to unlock a portmanteau and place the Portkey. The distance will be determined by the tier of portmanteau, which is as follows. So there'll be a max capacity of 8 portmanteaus in Wizards Unite. So unlike having 9 eggs, you're only allowed to technically have 8 portmanteaus going at one time. Now, how do you acquire keys? Keys are pretty expensive in the game, and I don't think that is a bad thing because this game brings into something which I feel like Pokemon Go would have greatly benefited from. So basically, keys are the things that you use to open. These are technically your incubators. So the two keys that we have, the gold key, as far as we know, there's only one in this that you can get. I do believe that Pokemon Go should have, at level 40, given you one more unlimited incubator, but in my personal opinion, it'd be great to see that in this game at level 60, which is the max. But again, doubtable. Silver keys are single-use items but appear to be obtainable through fortresses and regular confoundable encounters. This allows multiple portmanteaus to be active at once. This allows you to go out and hunt for the equivalent of incubators, something we never saw in Pokemon Go. And for me, part of Pokemon Go, one of the best bits is that traveling. The fact those kilometers to get the best rewards usually, and the rare things that you're not going to encounter that often are from those 10k eggs that you're going to have to walk. When you have no incubators, you can't walk them very often. And you end up with, you walk 10 kilometers with one egg when you could have been walking another 8 eggs. So I really like that silver keys are going to be obtainable through regular encounters that will come through grinding. And if you're going to have a good free-to-play player base, it's good to have features like that and not, you can just pay to win, and that's the only way you can get these incubators keys. So the mechanics and as a step-by-step of Portkeys are as follows. You will, once your egg is hatched, your portmanteau has fully been walked, you will be able to lay that down in AR. Now make sure when you're laying this down, you have space to walk into it. If you place it in an object where you can't get to, and the words quote Mr. Weasley, it's entirely your fault. You'll lose the key along with any rewards that you would have got. So make sure you're in a fairly, when you're placing it down, you know that you can walk into it. After placing the Portkey appropriately, you then access the Portkey by stepping into the illuminated blue circle in the ground. So you can actually walk into it in real life. Once you're in it, you can look around and the 360 degrees see your surroundings, which is a really new, awesome feature that we see coming out of Wizards Unite, something that we haven't seen in Pokemon Go. And you'll need to use that 360 degree feature to locate Rackspurts. Now Rackspurts, if you're kind of familiar with the books, as Luna Lovegood, I believe, said something like, I think there's one in here, and they float through your head and make your brain all fuzzy. Something like that, that's the quote. So they're invisible creatures that can float into people's ears and make you confused. So interesting choice of thing coming from the Wizards Unite there, a Raxpert. But every time you find them, you can get a reward in the form of experience. You can get galleons in there, which is really cool. So a free way to get actually some of your money back to buy more silver keys and items and other things. So you can find ingredients as well. So it's not clear yet just how well the portkeys function in the absence of the AR capability, though there have been murmurings of some glitches when trying to operate them without AR being active, or even a forced AR system. So going into this, you might need, you're probably better suited if you've got a phone that can support the AR features. Now let's get into the rewards. In Pokemon Go, the rewards are usually amazing for 10k. 2k, they can be helpful if you're grinding for candies, in the early days, but very quickly you start to see, I've got all the Pokemon in 2ks. And I imagine it'll work the same way. So from gameplay that they've seen so far, rewards are obtained from portkeys at random, are random at best. But there are multiple complaints of the reward system being too inconsistent, so largely due to the number of ingredients popping up. The appearance has apparently been so incessant that one YouTuber, Spicy, exasperately compared them to Pidgey encounters in Pokemon Go. Despite the reward types being inconsistent, the rewards themselves seem to be scaled to the similar, the portmanteau tiers. So the exact ratio has not been determined at this time. So as soon as we've got that information, I imagine it will need a big player base to kind of say, look, this is what I got, this is what I got for 2k, this is what I got for 5k. And we will build that up. As soon as that information comes out, I'll be putting that out on my channel as well. There are 3 types of bonuses. Ingredients, so as mentioned above, player experience to increase your player level, and registry XP to increase the rank of randomly selected registry categories. So it's speculated by Ice9X that the registry category is randomly selected when the portkey is opened. So at the point that is opened. With Pokemon Go, when you pick up an egg, it's predetermined what you're going to get. So you just need to walk it and you'll get it. Evidenced by when you've got one from an event, even when the event's ended, you will still get the rewards as if the event was active. So it looks like it's going to have a different system to that. And reward multiplier is also applied as you tap the same bonus type in succession. So for example, when you're tapping 2 ingredient bonuses in a row, you'll receive 2 times of the second ingredient that you received. So far, it seems to be pure chance that you'll receive 2 or more of the same bonus type in a row. And on a side note, just as with rewards from Pokestops, you will not receive the rewards from a portkey if your inventory is full. So make sure it's empty before you go into that. There seems to be different locations in the portkeys. So Hagrid's Hut is the only one available currently. There is list floating around the other destinations, so in the code, with Borgin and Burke's, Ollivander's, Hogwarts Express, Hagrid's Hut, obviously, Dumbledore's office, Snape's office, and Dolores Umbridge's office. So that's going to be really exciting to walk into those different offices, and that's probably going to, if they've got them in there, that's a lot of hard work to create those scenarios in a 360 degrees. So, when we're playing Hogwarts Mystery, you literally can use 2D, basically 3D, but like 2D, 3D. You're just looking straight at something. And in that situation, you're going to be able to look around and maybe see Fawkes in Dumbledore's office, maybe see the Pensieve. So it's going to be interesting to go through those. And that's pretty much all you need to know about portkeys. They are going to be, things that I'm going to be hopefully getting silver keys near constant. And as I said, as soon as we've got the information on when those portkeys, what those portkeys can actually give, the rewards, I'll be putting that out as soon as possible. So if you want to keep up to date with all that future information, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if